The special drive towards electoral registration by Election Commission has now been challenged by various stakeholders, including the RJD MP in the Supreme Court, Manoj Jha. Immediately, we see there is no relief that you were seeking immediate intervention, but so far, Supreme Court hasn't given any notice.
I think it has been listed for 10th of July, and that's fair enough. Honorable Supreme Court was our last hope. When you traversing dark tunnel, you look for the source of light somewhere. Supreme Court is that light. Because we petitioned here the Election Commission, we saw a kind of adamancy, a kind of attitude which was not willing to listen to us. And I have distinctly said there is a difference between hearing and listening, number one. Number two, how come after 22 years they decided to do an exercise, to undertake an exercise, to finish it off in 25 days? I mean, then the intention is not inclusion, but to exclude. Yesterday there was an agreement in all dailies in Bihar. It created further confusion because the ERO or the local field officers, they shall get total power to include or to exclude. Probably more to exclude than to include. There is absolutely no clarity still on the 11 documents. Why only this? There was no study to back it up. Under Article 326 or Representation of People's Act, there is no such provision. So I think if you look at the gamut of issues, I have said it and I repeat, it's an exercise to exclude large number of people from backward communities, ABCs, Dalits, and minorities. I mean, if that be the intent, which I have said, it's an elite kind of coup, against the subalterns of Bihar and possibly from Bihar in other states.
What I see at this distance, Manoj Jha ji, that the Election Commission is not going to back up because continuously there are some clarification or the campaign continues on the special drive. But we are seeing that you're knocking the door of the Supreme Court. You have been raising the voice, and despite you raising voice, Election Commission not giving heed to it. What's next for the political parties of Bihar?
I think the first part should be answered by the Election Commission. What are you there for? In a multi-party democracy, political parties exist. That's why Election Commission exists. And we had people like Sukumar Singh, the first election commissioner. I think they should go back to the basic book, the basic understanding under Article 324 and subsequent articles.
No, is it a plan? Yeah, please continue.
What I wanted to say, that many a time in the past also, Supreme Court has intervened to secure, which is something very, very fundamental to people, that is their right to vote. Because if 20%, I mean, election chief CAC himself said, 20% of the people from Bihar are outside. You presume them to be doubtful voters. And you want them to submit everything in 25 days in this kind of weather. And as Tejaswiji said, how will they come? How will they upload the document? Has the Indian Railways provided that for this drive, you would given a free ticket or even a confirmed ticket to travel to Bihar and ensure that you're included?
Is it a blank apprehension towards this drive, or do you have some substance believing that there will be number of voters that will be affected by this drive?
I believe in a document deficit state. Bihar is the most document deficit state. This shall result in exclusion of millions of people. And that should be not only the worry of RJD or Congress or other allies, but it should be the worry of every Indian who believe that India's democracy thrives on inclusion, not exclusion.
And thus we see the Election Commission continuing its campaign. The opposition parties knocking door of the judiciary and subsequently also announced to hit the street on 9 July from Patna against this drive. In Delhi with Manish, this is Ashutosh Mishra for India Today.